and welcome back to Web and Apps with Edit. Today in this tutorial, we'll be exploring Android Studio and we'll be running a very first application. So let's get started at how our Android Studio is divided into. You can see this is the name of the app which we created when we were selecting our Android Studio's first application. We selected an empty application and we gave it a name as First App. So this is how the folders are. Inside First App, there is an app folder which you can see over here. In that, there is an SRC, there is a main, there's a Java, that's a COM. So this currently the Java is open over here. And there is RES, there's a resources file. This is a Gradle script for our Android to work. We have a Gradle build that happens for our Android to work about. More onto what our Gradle is and how does it work and all this. Further videos will be coming up on the same. And this is the section where we'll be doing the coding, which is divided into two pages as activity_main.xml file and main_activity.java file. So you can see the package name which we had given is come as First App. Over here, there are two import statements which are by default there for the Android App Compact Activity and Android OS bundle. That is the operating system bundle. Onto your left hand side, you have project which is currently open, the Project Explorer. You have the resource manager as well, where you can see what all things are there. Currently the launcher is there because whenever you run a particular app, by default there will be some icons that will be there. So this is the icon launcher which is there in the background. You have color, you have layout and n number of things. That as we progress into our next videos, you can see what exactly these all stands for. Then comes the structure of your program. So currently we have only onCreate. So that's why onCreate bundle has been shown into our program as in our structure. Favorites are something currently you have created a First App. So you have in your favorites as First App, which is by default auto added because currently that particular application is open. Then you have build variants where you say your app and it's inside the debug. Bottom you have to do. You can find what exactly the to-do does. So you have some items over here. In that you will have the current file, the scope paste. Then more than to-do, we will be requiring the terminal window. Into the terminal window, it will be telling where exactly your application is. And if any error is prompting, it will be prompting over here. When your Gradle build is complete, you will get the build successful over here. Or if there is any error, it will prompt over here as well. So you can see currently we have installed our Android Studio and the SDK build tool is 30.0.2, the reversion it is. So our build is currently successful. Then you have a logcat which tells you about your connected devices, your log, what is currently happening. So you have verbose, you have debug, you have error and also. So you can move ahead to know a particular data. This is all about the bottom. Onto the right hand side, you have a Gradle where you will come to know the First App and all the dependencies that are needed for the Gradle is been synced because we'll be requiring few things for the coding. We'll be requiring some resource files attached to it. So everything, the dependency which is there is already synced with the Gradle. And that's where your Gradle is updated and shown. These are the dependencies. This is the main thing that will be requiring. So as you can see, there is main_activity.java. Somewhat a ready-made structure is already been made available for you. And in the activity.main.xml file, this file has two inputs into it. One is the design view and one is the code view for it. So in your main.activity Java file, you will be doing all the Java coding into it. That will be your main. Every time you will be creating an application, inside that there will be an XML file and there will be a Java file and it will always be named in the similar pattern. If you want any name to be changed, there will be a prompt window where it asks whether you want to give any other name. That time you can give a name and that name will be reflected over here. So if you try to rename this file name, you need to rename it over here as well. Otherwise, the connections will not happen. So in the main.xml file, you can see there are some components over here. So this is called as palette. Inside the palette, you can select the particular drop drop downs what you want. So currently I am into the common and I have buttons, image view, recycler, fragment and everything. Similarly, when we go to text, we have n number of texts that we have, like a plain text, a password protected, email, phones. Similarly, in the buttons, so we have all our palettes with flooded with all the equipments that we need to create our app. We just need to drag and drop it onto the screen and we can see how it looks about. Now in this particular thing, you can see there are three options. When I'm into the main activity.java, you can see there is no options available on my right hand side. But when I am into my activity main.xml file, you can see there are three options. One is the code, one is the split and one is the design. Currently design is highlighted. I am in my design view. So I can see only my app designing happening over here. When I come to code, I can see only the code of that particular. And when I'm into the split, I can see code as well as the design view of it. So if I need both the things together, I just need to adjust my palette in such a way so that I can see both the things together in one go. So over here also we have this where we'll be placing our everything, and this is the blueprint of a particular app, how it will be looking. So currently if you see, there's only a text data which is there. So you can see over here in the constraint layout, by default it comes as a constraint layout. What are layouts? These will follow ahead in my next videos. So text view, we have a hello world. So by default, all our programming languages have the very first program, that's hello world. So I have a hello world program over here which is inbuilt. We just need to run it. So right now we have this in the format. So in the code format, if you go, you will have the hello world visibility. So let's run and see what will happen. So to run, we have over here the option as a run button. And over here we have a particular, and currently we have a virtual system which is there, a virtual phone which is connected. So we just need to select that and run that particular application. If you want to change, then you can select, or you can go and launch your AVD manager as well. So I just click on the run button and you can see Gradle build is running. And you can see the data is getting highlighted. You can see the emulator is loading right now. Every system can have this specific mobile look, or you can change the look as per your need. Currently I have Pixel 3a API which was by default selected by Android when it installed. If I want any specific, then I can set a specific virtual machine. For that reason, I need to just select on that particular thing and I have to download that into my system. Then only it will be working. App is getting launched onto my system. The Gradle sync got completed, the indexing file is done, and successfully my first application is launched on my virtual screen. And onto my screen you can see the program name, that is the first app as the application name, and the hello world getting displayed onto my screen. So if I go back the way the normal mobile works, you can do that. You just need to take the screen up and you can see a first app has been installed over here. So when you click on it, it will load that particular application as hello world. So it has run on my Pixel 3a API, and when you go over here you can see it says launched successfully. Gradle has built, execution has done. There's no error that has prompted that says our program has successfully launched. Our virtual device has successfully been connected and it has been working onto our system. That's all in this video about installing Android Studio, the latest version, and trying to run the very first application, that's hello world. Hope you liked my video. Do give your valuable feedback in the comment section and keep supporting me, keep subscribing, keep following. Thank you.